semester 2, I moved on to look at the future scenario, the rise in sea levels, and developed an infrastructure that was built at higher levels. It would decrease the chances of devastation, and it would allow the reuse of materials for buildings that once stood at ground level, inspired by Shankly living. I understood that to design a large-scale project perhaps would be difficult, so I focused on the home and adaptable living spaces, where interiors changed through the seasons, and the occupants could extend rooms when they wanted. My first thoughts were how we occupy rooms at certain times of the day, to move them through the house. It gave me an idea that if rooms could evolve as more space is needed, I came up with a model based on folding out cubes, so that the needs of the personal family change and evolve, so can their homes. In my design, it was a response to the need for a home or building to progress rather than age. It was adaptable to both its occupants as well as the time. It allowed the users to make changes, minimizing, refitting and removing parts. It keeps elements fluid, which links back to the issue of the rise in sea levels, and to search for space that is adjustable and facilitates change. In semester 3, since looking at the evolving home, I realised that building a home wasn't the answer. Again, it comes back to the relationship between the building and the inhabitants. During the research in my dissertation, it became clear that we are designing rich buildings that don't reflect the user. I drew upon my knowledge of human kinetics and how the body moves. We respond to our environment, and in some cases we are forced to adapt to our surroundings, like when we go to work, we cannot change the space or the way it functions, only move objects around within it. A lot of inspiration can come from the body. The works of Santiago Calatrava's turning torso with a direct influence on the twisting of the spine, creating a twisting tower, making reference to the characteristics of the human body, the skeleton and the exterior membrane walls. There are lots of elements of the body that can refer to buildings as well: hinge movements, contracting muscles. I feel architecture can go further in responding to the human body. It extends and enhances human capacities, it is changeable and supple, and constantly adapts to its environment. As the body is designed for movement and thrives from it, then buildings should reflect and adapt to us. I don't think the key to developing an adaptable environment is to banish straight lines and to start designing organic forms. I've understood as a designer to think intelligently about how the space can support and reflect adaptability. It is not a case of just movement on its own, as you need a solid platform for movement and flexibility to occur. Through research, it is now more important to facilitate adaptability and the relationship between the building, space and environment. I don't believe reusing is enough, and it's a case of prolonging reuse over time and allowing changes to be made as and when needed, be it on a daily basis, weekly or yearly. These are all aspects that have informed my design thinking and development. For my dissertation research, I developed Flux, a space that changes over a day. It adapts to changes from the early morning coffee rush to then expand into a retail space throughout the afternoon and by the evening a bar. Its rib-like structures operate by a track system and allows effortless movement, and its rib-like structures expand and contract, maximizing the space while adapting as and when used.